Hey Pisces, let's see what's going on for you for the month of June or for the rest of the month of June. So first we have the Widow card. We're definitely talking about things from the past here, talking about letting go of things. I keep thinking to tell you that some of these predictions for you, in particular Pisces, might bleed into the month of July, so just keep that in mind. I also kept getting drawn to the sign Libra here, so some of you might be dealing with a Libra. Also, some of you could be dealing with someone with brown hair. I just also heard the word Kenneth or Kevin could also work, so something names of a similar nature. Anyway, or maybe that's your name. Actually, I kind of heard the name Cassandra or something that sounds like that. Going back, so we're talking about letting go of things in the month of June and July, and I do hear the word rejuvenation and cleansing. So I start seeing someone literally using a broom to sweep their floors and old energy out. But also I'm thinking some of you may be really witchy and are actually doing like floor washes or something like that. Because I keep feeling like some of you need to be cleansing your space and your the energy there as well. So some of you may be needing to cleanse your space and your energy as well. So that's what I'm picking up on there. Now we also have here the misfortune card in reverse. Now when we're talking about the misfortune card in reverse, okay, you're not going to like it, but this is what I see and this is what the truth is. This thing that did not work out kind of saved you from something that would have made the situation worse. So this reminds me of like if this event had happened in the month of June, it would have been a disaster, sort of, or we would have been unprepared. Okay. So something about this Pisces, like we have to kind of, like you can see this guy, he's looking at the pieces there. And that's where I see you need to be. You need to be looking at the little things, the details that you're trying to build with this situation, this project, or even this relationship. Almost like you're trying to build something that just isn't prepared for the kind of, I want to say the word exposure, the kind of exposure you're trying to give it. This can also mean that you're trying to facilitate a project or continue to make it work. And it's like, again, like you're looking at the wrong things. You're distracted by the big things. Let's say, okay, the frills. I keep thinking you're distracted by the frills. You're trying to make it look better. You're trying to make the situation work from a physical standpoint. But we really need to be going into the heart and soul of the matter. So in terms of a project, it's like if you're looking at marketing and kind of the frills of that, you have to actually be going into the meat of the product, the service, the matter. That's where you're going to improve things, and that's what you need to focus on. If you have a presentation or something at work you have to do, it's not about organizing it. You got to look at the details to see what you may have missed. We also have the inconsistency card here. So this makes me feel that interactions with some people may be a little bit difficult to deal with at this time, because you may be dealing with people who are not really following through with their word. They may say one thing and they don't end up actually doing it. So I just heard the word vendor, so someone here may have to like look at different vendors or kind of look at different people that they can collaborate or connect with, because I feel like the person you're asking for, it's like maybe they're a little weird with communication at this time. Maybe they're just unavailable and it's like nothing too serious, but it's like something isn't working out, but we have to find different ways of dealing with it because it's actually better for the situation. That being said, I'm actually picking up on fishes as well, which I know you guys are Pisces, so obviously there's a symbolism of fish, but fish to me is also abundance. And I keep thinking long-term abundance, something coming to fruition in the long term. And I see the month of November being irrelevant for you Pisces, so just keep that in mind. I also feel like some of you for the month of June may be getting back into spiritual practices or looking into some spiritual practices. This could even involve like, oh, I went to church with my family, even though maybe we don't really believe the same thing, but it's kind of like a bonding activity. I wanted to connect with the people I care about, so I did this. Like that's the feeling I'm getting there. I also just, so, you know, the widow card is here. This is also about paying respects to people that have passed away, are in the spirit world, and just keeping that in mind, keeping them in mind, because some of you may have relatives that have their death anniversaries or, you know, have their birthdays in the month of June. And so it's kind of like a sign from them if you're receiving this reading. I also just heard the name Dolores or Dorothy. I have L also. The letter L was also imprinted into my mind, and then K and M. So someone may have initials that relate to that. So that's it for the rest of the month, Pisces. If you like this, make sure you book a reading with me on my website. You know where to go. Everything's in the description box, and I'll see you next month. Okay, bye. Hey, Aquarius, let's see what's actually coming for you for the month of June. So first we have the gift card. So you may be giving or receiving a gift this June. This is a good thing. This is a sign of good things coming your way, or that you may be feeling a little bit generous and you may be wanting to give someone a little bit of your time, effort, understanding. I also just heard the word understanding. So being more understanding of another person, because you feel like that person kind of deserves it, even though maybe you don't see their point, you're spending more time being patient with them. Now, I also just heard the word prizes. So, and I'm also seeing the word barbecue right now. So it's like I'm at a place. So like, obviously I'm going to see signs, but literally we have like steakhouse and barbecues. I don't know if some of you guys are just kind of doing these things, like spending time with other people, doing things like a steakhouse and barbecue and whatever. Maybe we're attending some form of a social function and we're doing these things like spending time with the family, cooking, whatever. Anyway, like I see celebrations, Aquarius. Okay. Now we also have the Lover card here. Okay. This is really cool. This means that a specific person, very possibly a romantic interest, may be someone we are dealing with, or someone that's kind of like a focus area this month of June. Now, if you look at the card, this person also has like red roses, and I got drawn to that. So definitely, we may be seeing some romance in the air. Now, it's very possible that you're the one that's being romantic towards someone else. And yeah, that's just what we're seeing in the month of June. Now, I also keep thinking that someone's going to be a gentleman, so acts of chivalry, but also acts of kindness, right? Again, it could be that you're giving it or you're receiving it. But the point is that we're seeing these like acts in June. And also, okay, we have the falseness card here, but it's behind the Lover card. So here's what's going on. I feel that someone's trying to put their past in the past, especially when it comes to relationship problems. I would say go with the person's actions. You know, I can't, like, obviously this is going to be a general situation, so it'll depend on every single relationship out there. But what I'm going to tell you is you need to, like, go with this person's actions. I think that they are going to act right in June, but, like, are they going to act right in July? Are they going to act right in October of next year? You feel me? Like, you got to go with their actions first. I do think that you need to try and keep an open mind, because your energy can also affect how this person reacts to you. But in this situation, it kind of feels like you're in the right. If you're doubtful of this person, it feels like you are in the right for feeling that doubt. But as much as possible, try to keep an open mind, because obviously, like, carrying on to like trust issues and burdens like that is tough for anybody. So try your best. But if I just feel like keep your mind open to this person's actions, so that you can get the full story of who they are and whether they've really changed and done better as a person. Aquarius, I also just have this this message of like reprioritization. So you're Aquarius, right? Which means social groups, etc. But I kept seeing falseness. So you may be reevaluating some of your friendships or some of your social connections, groups that you're in. Almost like you're trying to figure out if you're pretending to be someone so that you could stop doing that. So we have some moments like that in June. So Aquarius, we're going to have some moments like that in June where you may be like trying to figure yourself out. That being said, it feels like a good month. It feels like a month where we're seeing physical manifestations of our goals, or you're seeing physical improvements in the people around you. But because of that, you're also seeing where some of these relationships may not feel worth it anymore. And so it's kind of like you're seeing the good and the bad. You're more observant of the good and the bad. So it tells you like whether you should kind of leave the relationship or not, or leave the friendship, the social group or not. That's what I'm seeing. If you like this, make sure you book a reading with me. Everything you need is in my description box below, and I'll see you next month. Okay. Bye. Hey Capricorn, let's see what's coming for you for the month of June. So we have anger in reverse. We're letting go of anger. So if you've been feeling really heated, frustrated, irritable, angry over the past few days, you're going to be letting go of that soon, or things are going to start lightening up. I also see that as letting go of grudges and resentments of the past. Now we also have the party card here. So we may be socializing with new people or maintaining our current relationships with people, Either way, there are social events and functions that we're kind of dealing with in the month of June. Could just be parties, work events, but you're surrounded by people here. Now, I also see that as people gravitating to you. Yeah, so you're like the one in the blue right now, Capricorn, and I just see someone like gravitating to you and being like, I want your advice. Like, I see you as the expert of this. Doesn't matter if you don't see that in yourself, someone else does. And so this person is like, I actually want to see things from your perspective. What do you think? You know, do you agree with this or not? Profit. Some of you may be gaining new business ventures. So remember, I said someone's gravitating to you for advice. I started thinking of consultancy things. And so you may be actually able to make money with this. But if not that, right, there are some social connections that will help you make money if you allow it to. It could be something as simple as, oh my gosh, like you're super organized, or you know exactly how to deal with this. And even though it's just a hobby for you or whatever, I want to pay you for this. And so like, it's up to you if you want to take that opportunity, but I feel like the opportunity will be there. So something about being able to allow your social connections help you through the skills, I guess, that you have, and like allowing that to make you money. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Whatever this is, it seems to be a quote unquote risk at first. So it's something that you're probably not used to, but it's going to pay off. Okay. That's what I'm seeing for you, Capricorn, for the month of June. If you like this, make sure you book a reading with me. Everything you need is below in my description box. Okay. Bye. Hey, Sagittarius, let's see what's coming your way for the month of June. First, we have the marriage card. So we're definitely talking about relationships at this time, connections, partnerships, roommate agreements. It's anything in relation to two people coming together, or like a meeting of the minds. And I don't know why I said coming together and my mind actually went there. That's so immature, but I think that's a spirit message. So for some of you, this is some form of like a friends with benefits relationship or some sexy time, especially if you've been craving that with your person. Perhaps something exciting like that will happen in June. I don't know. That's what I saw. But I just see like some form of like sexual chemistry, connection, and spark coming together. Just kidding. Anyway, going back. So the marriage here is about partnerships, right? Now we have misunderstandings, but it's in reverse. So, okay, any communication issues, we're able to clarify that. If you and a person have been having trouble seeing eye to eye, you'll see eye to eye this time. Now, I'm not going to guarantee, because it's going to be like for every single relationship, that'll be different. But it does look like you'll be seeing eye to eye with each other. Now, that could mean we both see that this relationship has potential to grow, or we both see that, like, fuck this relationship, we want to get out, you know, like, it just, you are both agreeing on it. It just depends on what it is, you know. But that being said, with the misunderstandings here, I think that an air of heaviness or like uncertainty or frustration, miscommunication is going to lift. Profit is here, which means we're going to be benefiting from this. And we're going to finally be seeing things from a clearer perspective. This can also refer to business deals or contracts, leases, anything. I started thinking of like, oh yeah, I was going to buy this thing, and I was even going to like pay for it in installments because it's a big purchase and I really want it. But you may be like seeing more clearly and you're like, I don't know if I want this particular thing. You know, maybe I want to do it in a different way, or maybe I want it in a different, I don't know, like from a different store. But there's like a realization about something, that a deal you're about to make, or an agreement, a partnership you're about to get into, or just like, again, a harmonization between two people. And we're just realizing, okay, this is where I can get the most benefits for this situation. Yeah, so it may be that you're like, it seems to be that this is where the profit card is, where things are different, because some people will stay the same and will be like, this is worth it in the long run. And other people are like, actually, I think I need to go somewhere else and seek out this same thing in another person, another situation, or whatever. So that being said, we also have the profit card here, which means risks that you take this month, as long as you're able to clarify what that is and you're able to like straighten out the details, it'll be worth it in the long run. So that's it for this month, Sagittarius. If you want to book a reading with me, book me in my description box. My links are there and everything you need is there. Okay, see you next month. Bye. Hey, Scorpio, let's see what's coming your way for the month of June, actually. So we have the journey card, trips, long and short distance trips, anything in relation to journeys, trips, travels, planning trips. as well. Now, the journey card, maybe a little bit of reevaluating your progress and being like, am I still on the right path towards this goal? Journey can also represent car or any vehicles, transportation. So we may be reassessing that. Could be something as simple as like, oh, I used to take the bus. Maybe I need to take another mode of transportation. It's better, it's cheaper, it's more efficient, whatever, something like that. Now we also have the young man. Yeah, so it's profit is in reverse here. We're evaluating maybe for financial reasons. I want to buy a car, but like, I'm not sure if I should buy it this month or next month. That kind of question there. So we're evaluating things in relation to car, transportation, trips, journeys, travels, moving, houses, and stuff like that, because we're like, of financial reasons. Okay, I can't speak. The young man is also in reverse here. So this is also the Bachelor. Okay, but it's in reverse, so hold on. So the young man in reverse, that makes me think of like someone who's finally maturing. They're coming to their senses and they're acting kind of better. So if you were dealing with someone, this could be a romantic or platonic relationship, but if you were dealing with someone who was pretty immature in the past, but it's like in reverse now, right? So they are maturing now. They are kind of coming to their senses. They're acting a lot better this time around. Maybe they're not acting as selfishly or acting out of like profit or like selfish goals, but that's what I'm seeing here. Now, this could also be that someone who was playing around is no longer doing that. Now, this is a male or masculine energy, but it's not necessarily romantic. Like I said, it could be like a sibling, a cousin that you're dealing with where you're like, you know, like, stop playing, like, be mature, grow up. And you're like, I need you like to get yourself organized. And you're seeing results of that this month. Now we have the Prophet card in reverse here. I do think you have to be a little bit more careful this month when it comes to finances, because taking the risk may not pay off as much as you think this month. This will depend on every single scenario. But the point of this is making sure that you are doing this in a way that is well researched and careful and not haphazard or impulsive. So that's really the point of the message there. So especially if you are dealing with this young man in terms of like whatever this business or financial dealing is, this could just be about like making sure that you have the right partner for that business dealing. So if it doesn't work with this person, could it work with another person? So that's what the question is. But that's it for this reading. Thank you so much. And if you want to book a reading with me, you can book me. Everything is in my description box below. And I'll see you next month. Okay. Bye. Hey, Libra, I'm filming in public. It's like the most awkward thing ever anyway. So what's coming your way for the month of June? We have the Enemy card. So the Enemy card, trust issues. I mean, what else am I going to say to you? The Love card is here. We're like, it's not that you're going to have trust issues. It's that maybe you're having some doubts about something because the inconsistency card is in reverse here. So something changed. This just makes me think that you're doubting someone's intentions because this person changed their routine. Like it could be, oh, they're usually very consistent and now they're not. Or they're not consistent and then suddenly they're acting like really differently. There's something that has changed in terms of this person's pattern of behavior, and it's making you think, what's going on? And it doesn't have to be, well, actually, I will say it is the Enemy card here. So this could just be a little bit of a conflict with someone that you care about, not necessarily romantic, but there's a little bit of a conflict with someone you care about because you suddenly don't have a read on them. Like usually you would be able to tell what's on their mind or how they would react, and they're acting differently. But I would recommend not to self-sabotage this, because it might not be what you think. It could be exactly what you think, but it also might not be. And I feel like until you get more evidence or get more proof, more clarity on the situation, it's just not wise to like jump to conclusions with this person, because they could have good intentions. They could have like positive insights, or maybe they really did change for the better, but you just need to gather more evidence is the advice here. So, since we also have the love card here, romantic connections as well as emotional connections with people will take the focus this month. So it could just be like spending a lot more time with your loved ones and kind of like really reconnecting with them, whether that's a romantic, family, any type of relationship, your kids, etc. And just kind of like letting things be easy and lighthearted. So you have the choice here is what you're being told, okay? What you're being told is things can definitely change. It's your choice now if it's going to be for the better or for worse. So that's what I'm seeing. If you want to book a reading with me, make sure you book me at mediumisabella.com. Everything you need is in my description box below, and I'll see you next month. Okay, Libra? Bye. Hey, Virgo, let's see what's coming your way for the month of June. So first we have the news card in reverse. Okay, so we're having trouble. Okay, delayed communications or communications with someone are a little bit spotty. There is some news, but it's kind of like we're not sure of things, or we're like waiting for better news to come in. There's news, but it doesn't give you exactly the clarity you need. Okay, we have the sadness card in reverse and the letter card in reverse. I'm going to be honest with you, Virgo, because I don't have a choice. That's kind of what we do in readings. Okay, like I just have to tell you the truth. There's a letter here, so 2 letters, but it's in reverse. So to me, that's often, and then like this is the good news card. I didn't want to say it at first because I was like, well, that's too much, you know, like there's bad news coming your way. I don't necessarily think it's bad news, but it's not what you wanted to hear. So this would be like, okay, if you were hoping to get news of like an approval of something, it might not come. It doesn't mean it never will, but because the interesting thing is the sadness card is in reverse, so it's like you're not sad about this at all, or it's not going to be too sad for too long. So something doesn't work out, or so, okay, 2 things. 1, you get ghosted and you're like, actually, I'm okay with that. You know, there's weird communication with someone, and instead of it being a sad moment, you're like, fuck yes, finally, I didn't want to talk to that person anyway. Actually, I'm pretty good. You know, like this is great. I don't have to have that difficult conversation like this. There's like weird communication, but you're happy about it. Or like someone's not talking to you, but you're happy about it. Or it's like you receive some form of like, let's say it's a rejection, just to be very frank, right? Let's say it's a rejection, a letter that something is delayed or it's not approved. And maybe it's a little sad at first because you're like, what the hell? Like I was really hoping to get this. But then you kind of realize, actually, this worked out in the best way possible. Like this was supposed to be my path. I don't know what it is, but if I'm being honest, Virgo, you're not going to like whatever this communication, text, news, notification is at first. Or maybe it's like a parcel or a package that got canceled or something. But like you realize, actually, there's something better for me out there. This was supposed to happen in this way, and I'm okay with that. So that's what I got for you. Whatever this is, it's not going to make you sad. I promise. Okay, sadness card is in reverse. It'll make you sad for a short time, and then you'll get over it. Something better will come, or it'll make you sad, but like it's not going to make you sad for very long because actually something better does come. Anyway, that's it for this reading. If you want to book a reading with me, book me at mediumisabella.com. Everything you need is in my description box below. I'll see you next month, okay? Bye. Hey, Leo, let's see what's coming your way for the month of June. So we have the Widow card in reverse. We are letting go of things that have made us sad for a while. So let's say you've been dealing with a breakup and you're like, you know what? I got to get back out there. I got to go back into my bad bitch era. You're getting back out there. You're like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go be free and do my own thing. Now, this could also be like in a more sensitive matter, right? If you lost someone and you're like, I want to go to grief counseling or therapy, or you know, like if you've been experiencing depression, and let's say you're like, I don't want to live in this feeling anymore. I want to change things. Like there is something that you're letting go of, and it does feel like something that was painful, that was hurtful, that was like difficult to feel, but you're deciding, actually, I want to feel better. I want to feel happier. I want something better for myself in life. We have the Pride card here and the Priest, which is basically faith, hope, all those things. Perfect. That's clearly what the message is. Now, the Pride card is here. That's also my high honors or achievements card. This is getting compliments from people. This is like some form of achievement that comes your way that transforms this pain. It's not going to take it away, but it transforms it into strength, into pride, into seeing yourself for how you truly are and not for how you think you are, you know? So I think you're going to be realizing, actually, I'm fine. I'm okay. There's this quote or like saying that grief doesn't really go away. You just kind of learn to grow around it. So I see you being like, whatever this lost opportunity was, that really fucking sucked. But actually, I'm okay. I learned, I was better, or I'm connecting with more people now. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and you are going to get evidence of that light this month of June. Whether it's through an actual physical achievement or someone being like, you're super cool, you're hot, you're attractive, or whatever, something's going to keep you feeling happy. And with the priest card here, this is a spiritual connection. So this is quite literally just like something that restores your sense of faith. So, for example, if you've been feeling spiritually disconnected, something may happen to you that's like, actually, that's a pretty spiritual experience. I feel it now, or something like that, you know? If you've lost faith in your goals, or you thought, maybe I just can't achieve this dream, something's going to happen this month that is going to give you that hope of like, actually, I can keep going. This is still what I want, and I'm not as far from my goal as I think I am, you know? So that's really good. And the priest card is also a representation of, sometimes that's therapy, or like consulting someone that may make you, again, motivate you. Could be watching motivational videos, but I do recommend that. Like, put a little bit of positivity in your space. Sometimes we kind of have to seek our own happiness if we can't just receive it all the time, you know? So that would be like, for me, that would be putting up like Abraham Hicks kind of like stuff in the background just to make me feel better, or anything of a similar nature. So that's what I'm seeing. Thank you so much. I hope you gained some insight from this reading. And if you want to book a reading with me, make sure you book me at mediumisabella.com. Bye. Hey, Cancer, they started playing like obnoxiously loud music for no reason, so I hope you can still hear me. Okay, so Cancer, we have the Prophet card in reverse here. We have the Old Man in reverse. We have the Jealousy card. Okay, Prophet card in reverse. Some of you have been feeling a sense of like, I don't feel like I'm getting the goals I want, or earning as much money as I want to be, or like you don't feel like what you're doing is paying off. Now the Old Man is in reverse. You have to try and think of this from a different perspective, to not be an old man, to be more like a young person, more like someone who's new. Think of this from fresher eyes, newer eyes. Think of this from fresher eyes and newer eyes, and you'll get a newer perspective on the situation. The Jealousy card is here. Okay, Cancer, it is going to be so much easier to look at other people and to look at like what you don't have. But actually, if you look at this from a new perspective, you might be able to realize that your ideas will end up being better. Okay, so this month is going to be a little bit challenging. It's going to feel like you're looking at everybody else and you're like, why the fuck is this person achieving their goals and I'm not? Like, I put in the work, I do this, but it's like, why are they getting the prize and I'm not, you know? But again, try not to look at it that way, because if you try to look at it as if you're a baby, actually, you might get better insights. You might even be seeing people that are younger than you, or like newer to the field or to the situation than you, and you're like, why the fuck does this person get all these things so quickly, so easily? And this is why, right? It's because you got to try and look at things from a different perspective, and that's how you'll get what you want. Now we have the Old Man in reverse here, so someone could be changing. So this could be an older male figure in your life who's like acting a little differently. They're acting a little younger, or they're being a little bit more playful, childish, or, you know, and just to be honest, right, on the other side of this, it could be that an older male figure in your life is acting not in a way that they usually would, or they're acting differently from how they usually do. There's that kind of situation there. So it may be good to like just pay attention to this person, just to make sure that this person is good, they're fine, they're doing well, you know? We also have the Jealousy card here. So, you know, this could sometimes be in relationships, like some of them will be a little challenging. We're like thinking about, again, am I enough for you? Some self-doubt is there. This doesn't mean you have to listen to it or that it's right. In fact, usually it's wrong. But it's like you're going to end up thinking about it. So just think about it, right? And try to think about it as much as possible from a healthy way, and see what you can improve, or if your thoughts are actually founded in reality, or if it's like they're not. You feel me? Like, because sometimes we're insecure about things, but it's like you actually should improve on. Like, you know, sometimes people are like, oh, like, what if you leave me for someone else? And it's like, well, maybe you should fix your communication style. Then this person wouldn't leave you. like, you know, I think you get what I'm saying. Like, sometimes people will tell you have to love yourself. And sometimes you should, but sometimes you also shouldn't. Like if you're kind of like an ass, like, then you shouldn't love yourself to that point. Like you try to be better, you know? We could all be better a little bit. So I'm not saying that that's for you, Cancer, only because I think we're all like that. You know, there are things about ourselves that we should have self-love for, and things about ourselves that are like, you can't self-love your way into not being an asshole. You know, like both can be true at the same time. So I don't know what this is, but someone's overthinking a whole lot in June. And it's like, we got to determine what are the things we need to fix and what are the things that we don't need to fix. We're just overthinking it, right? Anyway, that's what I got. That's it for this month, Cancer. If you want to book a reading with me, book a reading with me at mediumisabella.com. Everything you need is down below in my description box. Okay, bye. All right, so what's coming for you, Gemini, for the month of June? First, we have the money card, and that's super cool. That's perfect. Let's stop there. Just kidding. So money, that's like money that comes to you. That is money that comes to you in ways that you didn't even expect, especially with the desire card here. For some of you, it's like, oh my gosh, it's money I didn't even ask for. It's like, it just came to me. For some of you that are the really rich, it's money you didn't even want. I don't know, something like that. Like there's money that's coming your way and you're like, what the hell? Like I didn't even work hard for this. That's so cool. Like a bonus of sorts, or like, but let's say it's a relative being like, here, just have some like money, like cool. You know, so there's money that comes your way and it comes through an easy way. The desire card is in reverse. So there's this feeling of contentment, which is good. Something about what you desire, your goals, manifestations, etc., what you've been hoping for, it feels resolved, or it feels like you feel content about it. So either because you got something you manifested, you got progress about something you manifested, or you're just getting clarity about something you manifested, or you realize you don't want it anymore. Because something about it is like I'm good, you know, I was maybe desperate for this, let's say car, right? I was desperate for this car, but actually I'm okay. I'm good. I might have it, I might not, and I'll be completely fine. There's that kind of realization there. Now we also have the ecclesiastic here, or the priest card. So some spiritual experiences may come your way this June. Spiritual, motivational, healing experiences of all types, right? So whether that's like seeing all the signs from the universe, or that's like a sign, I don't know, like a literal sign, flashes of light, shit like that, an apparition, visitations and dreams from your passed away loved ones. They are visitations, not just like your imagination. So there's a spiritual experience or something that heightens your spiritual experiences. An alternative to this could be like your family invites you to church, you don't really like to go, or you don't really care to go, but you go anyway, you know, so you're involved in some spiritual activities. And for some of you, this is also something or someone will motivate you, like make you really believe in yourself, or make you really believe in something. So something strengthens your belief this month of June. Either way, what this is, and that's so beautiful, is you're in a state of abundance this June. Try to replicate this as you go through the rest of the year, okay? Because whatever's happening here, it's like, this is the thing you want to multiply so that it continues on into the future. And essentially the feeling I get here is someone who's like, I'm okay either way. I will be happy no matter what. I will have a good time no matter what. Whether I get my goals today, tomorrow, or the next day, I'll be good because I know I'm going to get it. There's that certainty, and you got to get into that feeling, replicate it, and try to stay in it as much as possible. But that's a good thing. I also, for some reason, just started looking at this lady and her sheets, and I was like, silk sheets. So maybe someone here is also like doing a bit of self-care and doing something that is like, feels good. Like, you know, like fixing my house up. I'm like making things pretty. Something for the self is cool here. All right. That's what I'm seeing, Gemini. If you want to book a reading with me, make sure you book me at mediumisabella.com. Everything you need is in my description box below. I'll see you next month. Bye. Hey, Taurus, let's see what's coming your way for June. We have the anger card in reverse. We are releasing anger, releasing resentment. If you've been feeling all the heavy feelings, all the anxiety, everything that's like a heavy emotion, if you've been feeling that for the past few days, you're going to be letting go of that, or things will be easing up soon. There's a feeling of like, there's also this she's dressed like a maid, right? But it's in reverse. So there's also this feeling of like, I'm not going to let anybody push me around. A little bit of a feisty energy here for you, Taurus. Now I also, again, I just kind of see that as like, so this lady, she kind of spilled dishes, etc. And she's like really upset, right? But I see you being like, I'm not going to let this thing upset me. Whatever this is that didn't work out, didn't work in your favor, or has been making you like have doubts, or something has been making you feel bad, but you're like, I'm not going to let this fuck with me. Okay. We also have the Widow card here, which is exactly what I said. This is a letting go process. This is you being like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm focusing on things that feel good. Now, Taurus, it could also be that if some of you have lost someone, that you may be getting signs from them, from the spirit world this month. Or also, Taurus, that this could be about paying respects. Oh, I started thinking of an altar. So this could be paying respect to your people in the spirit world, or even like paying respect to people you've lost, something like that. I kind of keep getting the image in my mind of like wishing them well, or just I don't know what it is, but like sending your regards or your good vibes to someone, but in like a really positive way. Again, I see this letting go process happening for you, Taurus, this month of June. Now we also have the falseness card here. So you may be kind of letting go of people or relationships that you feel are taking advantage of you, or people that you feel have been selfish. And so you're like, you know what? Setting boundaries and kind of putting a stop to certain things in your life. That's why the widower, or like the widow rather card is in the middle here. It is a widower, I think. I don't remember. English, wait, the widower. Yeah, it would have to be the widower, like the guy. Anyway, the translation fucked with me. So anyway, the point is, right, I see you kind of like in a letting go process, and being like, anger turns into letting go and turns into like boundaries. And you're like, you know, I'm going to put a stop to anything that makes me feel shitty, and I'm just going to focus on myself and on feeling good. And I actually seeing that benefiting you. I feel like it's not going to do that at first. I also feel some of you have digestive issues, or something around the stomach abdominal area that you need to work through. Because what this is affecting is your solar plexus, right? This is making you think about standing on your own. So some of you have been feeling that way. Like, I feel alone. I feel like I have to stand up for myself. I have to stand up by myself. And there's a feeling of like anxiety surrounding that. So some of you may reflect that through eating habits, digestion, and shit like that. Work on it, heal it as much as possible. If you're doing this for your own highest good, and that's the best you can do, you know? So that's what I'm seeing, Taurus. If you want to book a reading with me, book me at mediumisabella.com. Everything you need is below in my description box, and I'll see you next month, okay? Bye. Hey, Aries, let's see what's coming your way for the month of June. So first we have the letter card here, or message card. So there's some form of communication, parcel, text, notification we're waiting for here, and we're going to get it. The misunderstanding in reverse, a message that clarifies a misunderstanding, or something. So yeah, whatever this message is, you were super like, oh my God, like I'm so nervous. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea if it's going to work out. It's been making you anxious. Could be a conflict with someone, no contact with someone, but I do see communication here. The visit card is here, so that's either agreement, closure, meeting of the minds, meetups, reconciliation, reconnection, talking about it. There's like something that you were unclear of communication-wise, and you haven't heard from this person, Aries, but you're going to hear from them, and you'll be able to work things out. Now, working things out, and I'm just going to be honest here, this is a general message, right? That can mean letting go of each other and being like, we both agree to leave each other. Or working things out can mean, let's stay together. You know, working things out can mean this partnership isn't going to work out, or it can mean, actually, let's go through with this deal. Either way, we're working things out. Now, again, this does not have to be about love. We don't see any love indications here. It could be, but it's not necessary. It could even be about business, relations, partnerships, etc. So keep your mind open for that. At the end of the day, it's all about communication and also health. So you got, like, this is Mercury, so this is still about health there. And how someone may need to see a doctor. There's also a dog here, so vet health, pet health with vet, and going to the vet, stuff like that. But yeah, we got to work on our health as well in the month of June. Aries, it's going to differ for every single person. But I started thinking of pets. I'm thinking of like reproductive system for some people. So that makes me think of like ovaries, you know, something with someone's period or uterus or something. And also someone's health. Hold on. I had a thought earlier, but I forgot. Yeah, so I would say it's just like vet, going to the vet or pet health, because that's what I was picking up on earlier. And then again, someone just essentially illnesses in the body, we're like consulting someone. And this could even be holistic things. Okay. But I would just be open to it. Anything that has to do with self-improvement and health improvement is good anyway. And then it's just about finding what works for you, you know? So yeah, that's really what I'm picking up on here. I think that this communication is something that's needed to happen, because either way, you'll get clarity and you'll be able to do whatever you got to do next. If it's letting go of that person, it is. But if it's not, it's not. But at least you'll have clarity. And I think that's going to be good for you either way. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Aries. If you like this, make sure you book a reading with me at mediumisabella.com. Everything you need is in my description box below. And I will see you next month. Okay? Bye.